on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Mario Luigi Superstar Sega. In the last episode, we thought we were going to rescue the Beanstar, but it seems like we ended up stranded on an island. So let's figure out where we are. No tape machine is here. We play it, sure. It has been a week since our local civilization research expedition reached this island. We have named the mysterious creatures native to this island the OOG. It is strange. They use the same spoken vocabulary that we do, but none comprehend what they mean. Let's see if there's anything else. They just stay the same. Okay, it just says the same exact thing. Is there anything else this way? How much is a chance? Yeah, you're not making sense. No, stop. There we go. So yeah, today we're gonna be exploring. Can we get that name, please? Okay, we're gonna be exploring around places and whatnot, and let's see what this says. It has been 3 weeks since our research expedition arrived here. The time and speeds by. Today we made a most surprising discovery. It was a red OOG and happened to ignite it in a bizarre accident. The moment this red OOG was touched by flames, it turned into a monster. This monster OOG attacked us as might any creature that dislikes being set on fire. Unfortunately, the research crew was attacked and transformed into an OOG. We must conclude that it is best not to approach an OOG if one plans to set it on fire. Rather, it is better to stay a short distance away and then set fire to it if one wishes. The OOG will respond to some stimuli and also transfer it. May invite trouble, but clearly this must be researched more. Science demands it. Nope. Yeah, I don't know about that one, buddy. I don't like forcing research on people. That's not right. If this is Oho races far out and Oho ocean, that means what would that mean? That's funny, that's cute. That's really cute. So we have another guy. Are we strange? Yes. Very strange. Hey, we're going to try and get this. I highly doubt we're going to get a high number on this one. Considering that I had them both switched and whatnot, probably for the best that I don't have them switched, but seems like I'm getting a good time in the numbers. Nope. Let's try that again. This time Mario on the left, or Mario on the right, I mean. It's funny how, like, these blocks are just, like, now they pop up, and then, like, you know, you don't see them often in the game, honestly. And there's a good reason for it, is because, you know, getting points in this game is actually not that hard, and, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, if you're good at the game, like, obviously it's going to be easy for you to get stuff and then get items and then, you know, like, honestly, like, this Mario Luigi game is one of the easiest ones in the series, and, yeah, I don't know what else to say. But despite it being the first Mario Luigi game, it is despite the easiest, in my opinion, considering that I've played other ones as well, not prior to this one. In fact, I think I did say this before the LP started, but, this was our spirits delicious. I don't know about that one, man. I don't tell no one the big secret of Stonewall and Southeast. No one. No. All offering up the fire and the brimstone to the hole and the flow makes things happen. I don't ever tell nobody that. No way, no how, no. What the heck? That's so weird. I were sun at dusk. Ah, kidding. Let's see if we can spin over there then. Spin over there. we're at the South Island. So what is this? Is this the same? Oh, well, then, yeah, that's middle. So I'm assuming there's two parts to the island. So let's just go up. I don't know if there's anything else really worth looking at, but now we get this Thunder Palace, that way Fire Palace. I tired.
Alright. I'm done.
Okay. Alright. So this is gonna be an interesting. Oh my gosh, can you please? I swear I'm not that bad.
Alright. I'm done.
My button inputs are just not inputting the right way. I, the Great Thunderhand. No, I, the Great Liar. At least he's honest. Looks like I'm stuck here now. Mario, back.
Let's go.
Let me see if I can get you out of here. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if you can get out, to be honest with you. Yeah, buddy, you're stuck here, buddy. You're gonna have to find a way out, buddy. Sorry. Let's see. Ooh, let's see. Oh, I can't do anything yet. Okay. I guess I'm supposed to do something here, right? Actually, I already know. You call me Uncle G, but I know, but I don't know why. Let's see. Anything worth finding here? Nope, there's nothing here. Can I get up here? You have wandered into the Thunder Palace. These are the training grounds for the chosen few. I know not how you found your way here, nor how you managed to enter this palace. I have looked for you, and you have none of me. Depart, false haste. Well, I would get out of here, but I don't know how to really get out of here. Is there camera net? No. Let me see if I can do anything with this. Whoa. Whoa! Got electricity here. Who dares to touch the great Thunderhand spark? Impertinent fool! And yes, I touched the great Thunderhand spark, but still standing before us. Perhaps you had always against the master. Like a Thunderhand. Very well, I shall show you the hearts of the Thunderhand. First, rescue our princess, let us your hand.
Thunder.
Okay, and then release the button. Sorry, it was an accident. Only then shall you release the Perhaps you should try it once.
Hammer. Thunder.
Luigi mastered the Thunder Hand. Very well done. It is wise to use our apparent conductor of electricity is in your body. You have done it. It is done. You have released it. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that is about, but
Jump.
I'm gonna just... Yeah, I don't know.
Hammer. Thunder. Jump.
You call me Omoji, but I don't know why. Okay.
Hammer.
Let's see
Thunder.
if this is what I need to do. Yup, that is what I need to do. Sorry if this bit of the video is a bit boring, but really only so much I can say. Bro, look. I gotta show you something.
Jump. Jump.
Look. This is where I came.
Let's go.
See if you can get it. Looks like you can't get it. Hey, remember when they said something about the Ho-Ojis? Yeah.
Hammer. Jump. Okie dokie. Bing. Hammer. Jump. Hammer. Thunder. Let's go. Alright. Hammer. Thunder.
No, not on me, you moron. Do it on him.
Let's go.
Okay. So that's okay. So that happens. So at the moment, I don't know if there's let's see what happens when I Thunder Hand. Ooh, let's go. Revive Deep Blue me with thunder. Thunder me now. Okay, well then I'm going to smash you then. We're going to fire hots. Fire burns. Well, I'm not burning you with fire, but that's what it is. I get nothing from that. I think I am myself, reborn.
Jump. Let's go.
Does anybody hear loud, weird beeping for some reason?
Alright. Hammer. Hammer. Jump. Thunder. Jump. Jump.
Okay. Anyway. So we got the fire hand, or the thunder hand.
Let's go. Okie dokie. Let's go. Okie dokie. Hammer. Thunder.
Okay, nothing yet. Oh well. Let's head this way.
Let's go.
Maybe you get something in here. Big trouble. Can't make machine speak. Machine. Machine around here? Machine around here. I don't see a machine here, buddy. There's Fire Palace. That Wave Thunder Palace. I'm tired.
Alright.
Okay.
Hammer,
Anybody else see
thunder,
anything
jump.
useful?
Alright. Hammer. Thunder. Jump.
And I can relate to that whole guy. What do you do if you meet Big Firebrand and room up ahead? Huh? What do you do? That's a good question.
Hurry, hammer.
Alright, well, I know what to do here since pretty much one of those things. I am me. I am me. Let's see if there's anything else like to look around in. Can't jump in there. Okay. I wonder if I could do the fire hand while we're tiny. Okay, shut up.
Hammer.
Welcome to the Pirate House. I have been waiting many long years, sworn to the You have waiting and waiting and waiting. That last time came through here was 3,000 years ago. Waiting to ask me up. So, why have you been?
Tell you the truth, I don't know.
This place of power is, this place is... That place, just look around the place, what is it the same? What was it that I was doing? Am I allowed here? Wait just a minute, where am I? Who am I? Guys, I have to look at the everything you see to someone's mind. Arguably hard. How humorous, so I guess you can do what you want. I will stop you.
Interesting. Bro has gotten the fire hand. Fire hand.
Oh, wait! I have just remembered. This is the famous fire power, where we teach ways of the blistering hand power. Yes, it's all for that. I have waited for you. You want the hand power, right? Rise. You do not need to tell me. Your rule says it all. I should have started with the arts of the fire again. First, smell the man out.
Fire.
Okay, then release the blood. Holy men that you shoot for the lighting glass of the day. Perhaps you should try it once.
Hammer. Fire. Gun. Hammer. Fire.
Fire! Mario mastered the firebrand.
I see no problem with you skill. Just do this action to yourself incredible, you should have no problem. Doing this so old that you would ask in your life. When you agree. So, very well.
Gun.
I don't need the voice change anymore. So that's gonna be fun. So do I
Hammer.
just...
Fire.
There we go. Perfect. Let's see. Alright, Luigi, let me show you something.
Gun. Thunder.
You wanna be funny, right? You wanna play funny business?
Hammer. Fire.
There you go, that's what you get. That's what you get! You wanna play funny business with me? Alright, let me show you something.
Hammer, fire.
Let's try. Let's try to do this.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
This hammer. And then let's try doing the hand on him. You get nothing from that? Took my experience points.
Alright, hammer.
Let's try that again.
Fire.
Wait.
Okie dokie.
Actually?
Hammer. Thunder.
No, nothing happened. What the heck? Let's try that again.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Jeez! How weak is he? He's freaking weak. Get nothing from that. I skipped dialogue. I'm sorry, buddy.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Remember, if thunder hurts me, I take double damage from thunder. It shocks me. I know belief. I know belief. What the fuck does that mean? So this is revive bright red meat with fire. So there are going to be certain enemies in this game that singing. What does that do? What did you just do to me? What did he just do? What the fuck did he just do to me? So, okay, so before I got rudely interrupted earlier, I was just gonna say that, like, if you, there's gonna be certain enemies in this game. Remember, if thunder hurt me, I take double damage from thunder. It shocks me. Oh, he healed us! Oh. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. I think I am myself reborn. But what did he say before? Okay, let me see what he said before.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I'm not gonna get that dialogue, and I'm not gonna try either. So no thanks. I go out this way.
Alright. Alright.
Let me see. Let's go find a.
Okie dokie. Hammer, thunder.
wish I were sun at dusk. Okay. That just electrocuted it.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so what does hand? Does hand take him out? Think! If fire hurt me, I take double damage from fire. I hurt already. Okay. Revive deep blue me with thunder. That's nice that he healed us. Alright, bye-bye. Don't worry, I only pretend to be dead. Haha, funny. Yeah, that's definitely funny. Haha, let's get the heck out of here. You guys are dead. You guys are absolutely weird. I'm not dealing with this. Let's save and get the absolute flip out of here, because this is a weird place, and I'm gonna just, just leave. I'm not gonna lie. It would have been funny if I actually, like, leveled up from that. It would have been... Of course you tell me now.
Let's go.
Of course you tell me, like, that's how you freaking, like, get out of pipes. Okay, so now we're underwater? Seabed Oho Oasis side. Okay. So I'm guessing this is the only way to, like, get through. Except for novice divers. You can swim by doing solo jumps on the ocean floor. Tap the button quicker to float higher in the water. When two people swim together, they can move much faster through the water. Well, you're gonna be hearing me. So, wait a minute. Wait. Wait a flippin' minute. Wait a flippin' minute.
Hey, if we're underwater, how could there be a...
That's what I'm thinking.
I wanna go home.
That is exactly what I'm thinking. Like, how is this possible? And why here? I can understand electric orb being here, and just like, okay, that's what you do. Oh, you got a new enemy. You got a new enemy.
Okie dokie.
But we can't jump up. Shoot. Are you kidding me? Sucks. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Bruh. Finally, I got something. Alright, so these are Goomba divers. That's a Goomba diver, and these are bloopers. It says it in the name of what they do. Let's just feed them and then get going on that one. Okay. Sometimes a Goomba diver decides to pretty much hold themselves off the ground to avoid certain attacks, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. I'm gonna just do bounce back. Yeah, let's do bounce back first. You gotta be kidding me. How did I miss that? Alright, well, I think I'm gonna voice over this portion of the... Yeah, I'm gonna let voiceover take over for right now. I don't really have much else to say, so... Yeah, let's figure out what voiceover game wants to talk about today. Today we reached the battle of. Sorry. Today we reached the battle between the Millennials and the Gen Zers. That is what today's topic is going to be about. And the reason that being said is because in the last video, or I don't know, not in the minion video, that doesn't count. I'm talking about the actual like parts here. Since we've been left with this in the island somewhere in the middle of nowhere, so that's just how it is now. And yeah, that's just what we're going through, and you know we have to deal with that, right? And so in the last video, we went through a couple of topics. Well, really just what you know, to finish off what the baby boomers think of us, and then kind of what we think about them, and then just what we related to them. That's what we did in the last video, and then you know, other things. And so like, you know, it was on an article that says what millennials really think about Gen Z, and you know, there's a lot that they think about us in a way. And you know, one of the things is there's the older generation that you know, one person trusts with the future than, you know, us. We drink and party. They drink and party more at our age. So I guess when we were in our 20s, that's when they did so. Since currently they're in their 30s and 40s right now. Probably early 40s if I had to guess anything, because Gen X is still technically in their 40s if anything. Probably late 40s if I had to guess. Gen Z have a better understanding of sexual inappropriate behavior, which is what another person said from Millennials. Gen Z seems to be using their collective power on social media to bring about actual social change. That's what they say, and then they're like an evolved Pokemon version of us. So the last thing that I think I probably read about was probably as millennials began to burn out on screaming into the abyss, Gen Z began to mobilize on that. So the reason they say that is because, well, this is a quote from Courtney at the age of 30. Yeah. So I feel like millennials are so desensitized to criticism and blame for everything from the economy to declining birth rates by boomers that any jab from Gen Z is like an lulled kids these days. Gen Z have provided much needed sense of hope for a future that was rapidly diminishing as our generation watched this world being destroyed by capitalism. The change for basic human rights, safety, and even the very simple need to keep this planet at a temperature that would allow us to survive seemed like common sense to us, but was met with such aggressive opposition. As millennials began to burn out on screaming into the abyss, Gen Z began to mobilize, campaign, and demand change, essentially doubling our numbers and for once giving millennials a sense that we might actually have a chance to see some sort of justice in our lifetime. A revolution was always going to be seemingly possible, but as Gen Z matures, the possibility of actually shifting global consciousness into one driven by compassion instead of greed isn't laughable. Philosophy, it seemed to be even a year ago. Well, I guess 2 years ago now, or 3 years ago. I don't know. I forgot when this article was written, actually. I'm gonna double check when this article was written. It was written... Oh, actually, this was written... 6 years ago. Okay, so we're talking about a few years ago, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. So, the thing is... Yeah, so basically, yeah, we're gonna have... Within the next year, there is going to be a 30-year-old Gen Zer. Now you're old. We're gonna be able... Now we're gonna be getting the backlash now. It's gonna be our turn. That's... What was I gonna say at some point in this video? There's... Have we reached it at any points? Because I'm not currently watching the footage at this current stage of time. We're just, you know, mobilizing on it, basically. Is there really anything to be said here? It doesn't seem like it, right? I guess one thing to say for right... Oh, I think I did say it. Okay, I don't know, maybe I already have it already, but this, I kind of like how the beanies and the golden beanies. So there is a chance to get golden beanies from these guys, from these elite burrows, and it's kind of funny. It really, it's funny to just see them just, oh, I'm gonna float away and like, ah, bye. Because at first I was like, wait, they're running away? No, they can't run away. They're floating up because they're beans. And it's kind of funny. I find it kind of hilarious in my opinion. So it's, you know, it's one of those things. Sorry to sidetrack, but I had to mention it at some point because I know I'm like probably 2 minutes late at this point. Mentioning about it now. So where was I saying? So they truly have so much to say and the tools to say it. According to Henry, at the age of probably 41 right now. Oh no, not 41. Probably 35 now. Or maybe 37 actually. 36 or 37. I work with Gen Z in a few contexts, and as a blunt generalization, I found them on the whole quite shy, insular, and gently polite. The youth strike for climate rallies I've attended have been passionate and polarized, but not as bullish and vocal as the anti-fees demos I went to in 2010 and 2011. Gen Z are products of the information age. They are digital natives and have immensely grander vocabulary and are more politically, culturally engaged than my generation in the 2000s. At first, Gen Z can appear mild, even passive, but that belies the sharp and shrewd connectivity and curiosity they have with the world. They truly have so much to say and the tools to say it. It is a privilege to learn from them. Maybe this quietness I've encountered is down to age and context. As the generation matures and society becomes increasingly more dependent on digital technology, the more Zoomers will definitely dictate the terms. I kind of agree to some degree. I actually, you know what? This is actually something that I agree with. I think a lot of us have a lot to say, just don't know how have the words or way to say it. Yeah, we have the tools to do so, but we're learning how to use those tools in a way. I believe like the older Gen Zers are kind of like trying to still navigate it in a way, while the younger Gen Zers are kind of like they're already in the scope of already knowing how to use it already, and so making like the first, basically the second half of Gen Z to basically grow up with technology from day one in a way. Well, not really day one, because Millennials really did that. But if you really like, if you put it on a pattern here, like some of the Gen Zers grew up without the internet and technology, while others of us grew up with it. And I'm one of those people that didn't grow up with social media until I was like 15 or 16. And that's like, you know, like obviously that's like, okay, like big whoop, that's 15 years, but that's also 15 years. Because you can't find any kid nowadays that isn't involved in social media, which is actually quite sad. I mean, you're in middle school. I mean, middle schoolers are into social media now, which is not a good thing, if anything. And I'm going to get onto that later on in this video, but it's one of those things that is becoming an issue in a way. Because if we are the first generation to grow up with the internet and social media, then this is kind of like somewhat of a downfall if we don't learn how to use it the right way and then kind of go back to the way it was before in a way where we didn't have access to it until we were a certain age. And I'm going to say why in a little bit. Probably not in this segment, probably after or something at another point. So anyways, I'm going to finish this quickly. There's so much more conscience about protecting themselves and calling out when something isn't right. I'm amazed and impressed by how good they are at online safety. I joined a Discord that turned out to be mostly teens, and they're so careful not to use their real names, and they're really vague about where they live. Whereas when I was 13, my friends were giving out their landline number or message boards and meeting strangers for SN. I could probably defend why, but I'll get back to you in a second. There's so much more conscience about protecting themselves and calling out when something isn't right, whether it's someone in their group chat being sexually inappropriate to someone underage, or by getting involved in BLM and politics, or being a political at their age. I also love watching them get into the edgy scene, fashion, and bands I like as a teen. Not so down with them calling me mom though. I mean, you are pretty much a mom now, basically. You're age 27. This was written 2020. Yeah, you're 34 now. That's crazy. Yeah, you are mom. you basically are a mom now. You definitely are old enough to be a mom. And that's the funnier thing is that you know, like, you have all these guys that are easily old enough to be parents now. And ironically enough, some of us are actually already, you know, old enough to be parents. If not, I know a few people that are already parents that are like kind of like, yeah, already parents of their kids. And then I'll get onto that in a second. So the consciences of like not sharing our games, I mean, it's kind of obvious as to why. Because a lot of people have access to the internet nowadays and social media, and we don't really want to per se just give out our full government name to the world, because people, you never know who could be out there like listening to our conversations or listening to anything, like people that could be listening to my YouTube channel. I mean, I'll probably, like I said, when I do a name reveal, I'm probably not gonna give my last name or anything like that, but I'll probably give my first name, because I know there's a lot of people with my first name. I know of it. I mean, I only know of 2 or 3 people in real life that have my first name, but needless to say, though, it doesn't mean, oh, I'm going to just share their full government last name and whatnot, and then, you know, just shout it to the world, give you my address, social security, you know, because that stuff's important to keep to yourself, obviously. I mean, if you have the rare sense to keep that to yourself, obviously, you're pretty much clear in a way, right? And so, like, there's another underlying issue in the conversation. Yes, I don't know if I've gotten game over yet, but I got in the game over, and that was fun. So, yeah, first game over of the game. Great, you know. And it was to a couple of enemies, which is great. So, anyways, back to what I was saying before. So you have these message boards, social media, and everything. Now, is it easy to like be able to do and collab things in real life? Not exactly. And not until like you have like these big events that are created, and then you meet these people in real person. That's when real phone numbers are actually given out to certain people, and then to be able to actually collaborate with certain YouTubers. I'm sure that's how things worked and are working now in a way where, you know, there's you got TwitchCon or Twitch live stream events or everything like that, which yeah, and needless to say, like, when you have all those events and then you meet these people in person, that's probably the best time, if anything, to like give out your real name and real like identity and stuff like that to other people who have said real identities, if they're trustworthy enough to not, you know, obviously not, you know, spill the beans, not like just to be rude or not try to like expose people, because it's not right to be exposing people like that. And I know there's a lot of people that can't do that or actually act, you know, adult-like to be able to just not do stuff like that, because there's a lot of bad faith actors out there that are honestly wishing to like be a vulture, or not even a vulture, just to bark and bite on everybody that hates them, or anybody to victimize on, just so they can get their own clout, and then just, you know, constantly like harass these people, and then try to like get, you know, their community to harass other communities and you know, said fan base and said Twitch streamer or YouTuber. There's a lot of instances where that's happened, and I've learned that in the past year or so. And it's actually quite sad to see and hear about this, because this is one of those things where you can't just like, you know, nonchalantly forget, but it's something that is of the essence. We're about to get to the end of this area, so I'm going to probably be quiet for right now and then get on to the next topic. So with that being said, see you guys in a bit, and enjoy. It took me 5 years. Sorry about that, y'all. This guy do? What will do now? Hurry. Quick. Well, we're back. Looks like we're back.
Fire!
Yeah, it looks like we're back.
Yahoo!
I have searched high and low for you two. I feared that you met a terrible fate.
What do you say? Oh yeah!
We ended up in a friggin' deserted island. Yes, it is true. The fate stars split into 4 pieces. They have scattered. It is sad. Really.
Let's go!
What? You say you'll help me search for the Bean Star pieces? Of course, that would be most appreciated. Actually, I'd like you two to go to the Bean Bean airports. You see, Princess Peach is blessing our fair land with her presence. That's not good. A dignitary of Princess Peach's stature visiting our kingdom is a very serious affair. And that is why I would like you two to attend this. Greet her royal lovers. As such, you must head for Bean Bean Airport immediately.
Oh yeah!
By the by, Bean Bean Airport is south of Bean Bean Castle. I must head there myself immediately, so I'll see you there. That really isn't a good idea to have Princess Peach show up there. Really, it isn't. Speaking of not good ideas.
Let's go! Okie dokie!
This time. It's flipping time. Let's see how strong we are now. Boom! Just like that. You don't want to do that. So, in order to defeat a bomb, okay, let's try that again from the top. Let's try that
Okie
again.
dokie!
Jumping on the try again from the top.
Let's go! Okie dokie!
There's gotta be a way to like. Nope, you're not seeing that number again. Nope. Nope. Yeah, nice.
Yahoo!
Yeah, since the game over, my speed was better now, so let's up our speed. Hopefully it's not. Well, not clear the area. Or at least see if I can demonstrate anything. Oh, wait. Maybe we should heal double Luigi here. That's what you want to do. You want to stop them right before they do anything to hurt you. So, that's basically what you want to do. You want to make sure you stop them like right, like you want to basically spook them from like even wanting to like break. See how much.
최고.
Do to a paratroopy. Oh, you suck. Alright. Got him. Please work. Or actually, do this one instead. I should try something else. Let me try something else.
최고.
Let's just initiate that. I know I'm wasting a lot of time by showing battles, but I want to at least see if anything that was okay. Not critical, but that was okay. Let's see if this is anything critical. Oh. Got him. Let's see if I can. Are you kidding me? So even if you try to use the hand on the paratroopy, or the troopies, even in the device, of the source, that's kind of ridiculous in my ass. All right, well, let's see if we can. That's really good. That would be the quickest way to get to point A, point B, and whatnot. Okay, so we want that's 1, 2, cross, airport now. GBA Airport. I think I'm gonna have voiceover for right now. I'm sorry. While my voice quality through this video is gonna be on and off, I apologize in advance because it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like make sure. And at that point, there was a point in the recording where I had to start being quiet because I had other people in the house sleeping and I didn't want to like wake them up. And obviously this was a point where I could be quiet, so I was like, I'll continue. I just had to make sure that my voice was quiet enough. Needless to say, I forgot that my microphone was this far away, and I was like, my gain was that low, and it was kind of like that basically. So, yeah, I don't know really what else to really say on that part, but topic-wise, I did want to like address something. So earlier, well, not earlier, I guess last week, I took a look and decided to look at another article, one more article, just for kicks and giggles, and then I'll actually get back to the main topic at hand. That's the underlying issue at the moment. So, may I present to you guys what Gen Zers really think of the Millennials. So it's your turn, basically, and that's basically what I have to say. It's your turn. It's your turn for us to start criticizing you in a way. So, really, this was posted in 2025, and that was pretty much a year and a month ago at this point, because it says it was posted on July 4th. So Happy America Day. So Gen Zers are finally saying what they really think about millennials, and it's not what I expected. We share a lot of trauma, as one quoted. So, needless to say on that part, generational drama is basically a full-time job on the internet at this point. But every now and then, someone actually cuts through the noise with something real. Case in point, a millennial sparked a surprising and honest conversation when they asked Gen Z, what are your thoughts on millennials? So here's what Gen Z had to say about their slightly older internet siblings. Okay, so here's number one. As a Gen Zer, I feel pretty strong sense of camaraderie with millennials. We have an understanding, you know, a similar environment and struggles, all of us victims of a damaged system, struggling in solidarity act. Which leads to point two, we share a lot of trauma, and they're fun to make fun of. Lol, I like calling them old and saying new terms to throw them off, but there's chill people. That's what another person says. That's the third thing. Third quote. Fourth quote, y'all are silly in a good way. I'm glad you guys were the first to want to talk about emotions and mental health. Thanks to that, our generation is much more emotionally intelligent than many of the previous generations. My therapist is a millennial and she's awesome. Okay, so issue with that, in my opinion. I don't think having mental health being the big topic is, I mean, it's good to bring awareness to it, but it's another thing to where people are bringing it, I've said this before, but people are bringing it to like a higher, like, you know, a higher notice to a way where people abuse the system of mental health, basically. It's like saying like, oh, like, I get nervous around people, so guess what, I have a trigger warning of being around people. That doesn't mean squat. It just means I get very, you know, unstable. Not unstable, but I just get very nervous and shy around people. I can share this term for myself in a way where it's like I get nervous in big crowds. I don't like being in big crowds because that's just simply it. More on that in a second. So hopefully that voiceover was good. Plane carrying Princess Peach seems to be late. All the rumors around the town suggest a huge VIP celebrity is coming from the Mushroom Kingdom. I'm gonna get photographic evidence and sell it for big bucks to the town know-it-all. Great plan, huh? I don't know about that. I don't know if that's really good. To be honest. Luigi Lemon is calling me. He's going on my way up ahead. Oh, sorry. Coca-Cola is prohibited on airplanes. Any solo will be confiscated. Wow. They really do not want you leaving with these. That's crazy, bro.
Master Mario and Luigi, Green Bay was most pleased by your effort in diversity. By the way, there has been a slight hiccup in our plans to welcome Princess Peach. See, there's know why repairs haven't been made? Well, it didn't seem to be a priority. Enough about that. You must do something about these disgusting piranha plants. For the sake of the princess, you can't refuse, can you? Okay, show me that Mario Bros. Work ethic I've heard so much about.
Alright.
Okie dokie.
Voiceover, I guess, for right now. Okay, yeah, so as I said before, I'm gonna do a way better job on, putting the gain on and whatnot. It's just, when I put the gain up so high, you can hear the background a lot, like, you know, a lot better, and that's the last thing I want, is for you to hear the background where, you know, there's obviously private conversations going on, and I don't want you guys hearing it, because it's, you know, it's just, nothing, I mean, to be fair, like, yeah, I'll probably be embarrassed short term, and then, but like, looking back at this LP in like, probably like 5 years, maybe like 3 years or so, I probably wouldn't be as embarrassed, because I'll probably be like, you know, on LP number like, I don't know, like LP number 40, 45, I don't know. If I have even time to do LPs at that point in my life. Hopefully I do still, but like, you know, it'll be a whole thing, obviously. So, yeah, back to the real topic at hand. So I left off on the emotional mental health part. Yeah, so I think, like, it's been, like, put on steroids at this point, where it's just, like, people have been using it with, bad faith and intent, and it's been ruining, like, a lot of people's, like, you know, it's been ruining a lot of people's, like, actual mental health, or for those who actually have mental health, and then, like, so, like, it's just, like, you know, like, you know, it is what it is for that portion, and it's just kind of, really, it's just kind of annoying to deal with, in a way, and it's just, like, one of those things where, you kind of just have to, like, deal with it in a way, but it's just, like, you know, like, I'm one of those people who doesn't want to just sit there and take it, obviously, but I know that's why I guess that's just why I have this, like, mentality of it.
As opposed to this, I must say I am quite interested in these piranha plants. Both of them, as they may be, easily extracted from the petals of the piranha plant. Did you know that? It's true. Plants are said to hide below the ground so as not to be shocked by lightning when it wets.
My brother is a millennial and he's pretty cool, other than the fact that millennials pretend to be 90s kids when they don't even remember the 90s. You're fine. Okay, there are millennials that were 90s kids though. Millennials were born between, if I had to, what was it? It's not even guessing. It's just the facts. They were born between the, what was it? It had to be 1982 till 1996. So they were 90s kids, if anything, because they did grow up in the 90s, and they were teenagers back in the 90s, and they were definitely, some of them could be validly like 10 years old in the 90s, so they do pass for that. So I don't know what you're talking about, pretending to be 90s kids. That's inaccurate at all. Like, you're just asking for it. So, I'm not sure, because I think I fall in the middle, being both millennial and Gen Z, but honestly, younger millennials are really not that different than older Gen Z in terms of interest, lifestyle, and hobbies, as well as childhood. I do think older millennials are a little narcissistic, never really grew up, but that's just my own bias from experience with my older siblings and friends who were born in the 80s. So those who were born in the 80s were 90s kids, in a way, because they did grow up with stuff in the 90s. They had video games. They grew up with the NES and SNES. They absolutely did. And N64, since it was created in '96. So there you go. Like, it's not like we didn't grow up with that. I grew up with the GameCube. I grew up with the Wii. I grew up with DS. I grew up with GBA. I wish I grew up with the GBA, but I wasn't. My family wasn't fortunate enough to have a bunch of GBA games. So that's why I'm now playing GBA games in a way. Kind of funny if you ask me that I'm playing a GBA game now. So that's just how things work in a sense. So I poke fun at number 7. I poke fun at millennials for their millennialism, like making songs out of literally everything mundane or saying things like OMG this and Blink 182 references. But overall, I don't actively hate millennials. That's funny. So the only real difference between Gen Z and millennials is the media we grew up watching. We are in the same economic position. We lean the same way politically. I don't know about that one. I think everyone's like pretty much all over the place. And we were fed and saw through all the same lies. It's literally just what shows we watch and where we watch them as kids that's different. Before anybody says slang, that stuff changes dozens of times within each generation. The language difference between older Gen Z and younger Gen Z is just as big as between millennials and Gen Z. That's true. It's absolutely between millennials and Gen Z. It is. I like the freaking stupid, like retarded jokes that younger Gen Zers make that they share with Gen Alpha. Even it just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I have to call it out like this because it's the truth. It's really annoying for me to watch and see. And it's like one of those things where, you know, you can't just like, you know, expect things to just like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I'll accept this. But it's like, no, like, this is not right. I'm not gonna accept these jokes because they're just absolutely stupid. They're very cringe. I don't find them funny at all. So that's just it. And then like senses of humor and everything, like it absolutely is like something, one of those things that happens. You know, that you know certain people find it funny and other people find it. It's funny how I do get along with older millennials sometimes too, and even baby boomers in a way. So that's just, you know, that's my perception too. I get along with those kind of people because I usually just work my butt off and everything. And they understand why, you know, I do what I do whenever I work and stuff like that. You know, it's just work ethic that I have at the end of the day. And I set those boundaries. You know, I do start to set those boundaries earlier and earlier in my careers whenever I, you know, get new jobs because I don't want to like do something that I don't like. One time I ended up like not setting a boundary at my first job, and then they made me end up working on a day that I said I would never work on, and then, you know, obviously, you know, there's a reason why I have that day off, and they soon realized why, and they never asked me to work that day again. So I made a note. I made a note to them. So that's just, you know, that's just how I work. In my opinion, I see generations as a kind of like this. Greatest generation leads to boomers, leads to millennials, leads to Gen Alpha. Silent generation leads to Gen X, leads to Gen Z. I think millennials share a lot of similarities for better or worse with boomers. Both had large protest cultures that gave way to a kind of almost hedonism before a crash. For boomers, it was the 60s, summer of love, protests against Vietnam, followed by the greed is good 80s. With millennials, there was an Occupy on Wall Street and Obama culture, plus the sleazy indie party culture in Brooklyn and LA. The only difference is millennials got absolutely screwed over by the recession and have been getting screwed ever since. Oh, I guess to continue that, I feel like I see a lot of overlap in attitudes with Gen Z and Gen X because Gen X was known as the original whatever generation. I think that there's a lot of music and culture overlap. A lot of that 90s nostalgia that's huge with Gen Z is stuff that my Gen X dad was into in high school and college. Population-wise, Gen X and Gen Z are both smaller generations that follow two significantly larger ones, boomers and millennials. Side note on the game, I don't know if we're at the boss fight quite yet, but if we are, the piranha plants you have out in the field will depend on what the main boss piranha plant here will do in terms of like having her strength or weakness. So keep that in mind as you defeat the main piranha plant that's, you know, pretty much a big threat in the entire runway. One thing I want to add too about the runway is like if it's such a threat, why not just run it over? Unless actually I could see why they wouldn't just run it over, because they could probably have some liability issues and everything, which I can get, and people find piranha plants to be sentient in a way, but at the same time, I would just run it over, or at least get the matter to I don't know. I mean, I guess we're the ones taking care of the problem, right? So I guess that in a way, we're doing what we need to do. So I'm not complaining too much about it, but I just thought logically, okay, before it became a huger issue, why didn't you let it? I guess that's my only question on that. And if anybody doesn't know me too well yet, I don't like to have problems linger and continue to, get bigger, because it just creates, a problem that takes way too long to solve. And that's just it in the long run, and I don't like that kind of crap. So with that being said, I'm gonna continue on with what we say about the millennials. Millennials are okay. There are a few that are just very goofy, but that's in every generation. I think Gen X is possibly the worst generation, followed by Boomers. Golly. Okay. That's one of the first few times I actually heard about Gen X. Okay. Why are you wearing Gen X clothing and listening to their music? Okay. Some of them are low-key boomers. Lol. Alright. Honestly, as a quick... Oh my god. Okay, if you're already starting off with that, I don't even want to read yours. But, whatever. Gen Z gays hate on millennial gays way too much. Our generation doesn't realize how much harder they had it, and cringe isn't a crime. There are some millennials who make hating Gen Z their whole personality trait, but who cares really? Oh my god. Millennials are largely fine. We share a lot of same struggles, but the doggo cutesy baby voice thing and thinking that making exaggerated facial expressions to chip amongst audios is funny will always make me want to curl up into a ball and implode into a fine model of dust. But that's not all of y'all. Okay. But, okay, number 15. Millennials really appear to be horrible parents. Ah, here we are. Here's the main topic. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to extend on that completely today. So before I get to that one, do I really? Okay. I'm going to go to number 17 quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna go to number 17 quickly. I'm gonna skip 15 and 16. You'll see why in a sec. Well, actually, you'll probably see in the next video. So, I try not to get always caught up in the generational divide, though I admit sometimes boomerish behavior can get to me. However, as far as they go, I do tend to see millennials and Gen Z as brothers and sisters in arms, so to speak. Number 18, my brother's a millennial. Being born so close to your generation, I find myself relating to you guys more than my own generation. I agree. That's me too. I think millennials are way too obsessed with generations and assigning traits to them. I'm sorry, I thought that was Gen Z. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's cool to see what generations are interested in or act like overall as a sociologically thing, but making it part of how you understand everyday life just makes us feel othered, or at worst, some kind of zoo animal. Yeah.
Mario.
Okay. Yeah, that's number 19. Okay, so number 15 and 16 are probably going to be their own videos, because these are longer topics. And these are underlying issues that, obviously it has to do with my generation and, probably future generations if I'm going to be honest here completely. And the reason why I say this is because there has been a lot of, not backlash, but just a lot of, talk here and there from my coworker and me. Shoot, if I ever do a podcast or anything, that probably might be a surprise in the future, or something that I might want to host or something like that, I guess. Not that I want to start a podcast or anything, it's just if I ever do a podcast. What I would probably be doing is I might host it, or I might just be co-hosting it with somebody else. Most likely, because I don't see myself hosting it by myself, not completely. If I were to host it, someone else would have to host it, and I'll just co-host it, and just, being somebody there, that would be the permanent guest in a way. If that makes any sense, because it would, for me, I think it's like, you know, you just can't like, you know. I find podcasts to be kind of a waste of time for anybody who could be doing stuff productively or listening to something else or watching a YouTube video instead, or just pretty much doing research on their own. And that's just my intake. Like, listening to people is fine. Like, you can listen to people and have comments and whatnot, reaction videos. That's fine, and it's pretty much in a way the same thing as a podcast in a way. But my problem with podcasts is just you're listening to somebody that could be easily listened to on the road or on the radio, if anything. Like, they might as well just start their own radio show. They're basically a radio show that can't afford to be a radio show, if that makes any sense. But needless to say, that's just my opinion on it. And I'll get onto what number 15 and 16 said in the next video. So with that being said, on to the dialogue and cutscenes.
Now we can welcome Princess to our fair kingdom.
I was wondering if we did or not. Honestly, wouldn't that just be more sense to just run the freaking thing over? Castle Court Gardens.
Hush, everyone. Each representative from Mushroom Kingdom brings greetings.
We were like, nah.
Thank you so much for all you've done. I so believe that terribly amusing, yes. Come now, don't be stupid. You see, I must tell you, this speech's voice was never stolen. I knew Heck was after the royal voice, so I beat them to the castle and warned Prince Speech. This is the Princess Peach's voice was stolen. Start reacting so strangely to her voice. As you can see, every card in our hand truly was better than theirs. Hi, Luigi, I am sorry. That caused such trouble. The pair of you came rushing to the castle. I intended to tell you the truth immediately. Beware. Touch has to spill the beans, so to speak. But you defeated Cat Clan nonetheless. That is something to be congratulated for.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, right.
By the way, there's no sign of what's left of the beanstalk. Apparently broken into pieces, which seems to be lost. So I am obvious yet. I must sally forth to look for the pieces of the beanstalk. You two can relax here and do some sightseeing in our kingdom with fair Princess Peach.
Bye bye.
Whatever.
Let's go.
Let me see. Regardless, Captain shirt is not technically a purchase. Of this, I assure you. Alright. So, where does this go to? Wait. Where does this go to? We're allowed this way now? So this room was basically just to be a cutscene room. That is actually quite sad. Alright, well, perfect good way to end the episode with a little bit of an Easter egg. Don't you think? Well, there's a bit of an Easter egg I do want to share. And I think the amount of beans that we have. Yeah. Let's do it. I think now is a good time to set. This is Preacher Queen. I've been waiting for you in the Queen's Chamber. That's cool. You're gonna have to wait longer. I don't know. They're gonna have to wait longer. That's my opinion. They're gonna have to just wait longer. So let's see what they can say. The reason why I say that is because we have yet to see what's in this building here. In this building, well, you guessed it. This is the famed Starbeats Cafe that everyone's a buzz about. Got any complaints? Complaints? You already know about our special Starbeam system, right? No. Radio, listen up good as I explain it to you. The Starbeam system was created by Starbeam Cafe to expand our menu when you bring us beans. Here's the deal. Get rare beans by digging or battling or playing mini games, then bring them here. Bring us new kinds of beans, we add them to our menu and variously patent. I need beans in these quantities to expand my menu. Woohoo Blend 25 blue beans. Woohoo Blend 25 blue beans. Chuckle Blend 25 chuckle beans. Tee Blend 25 he beans. Rumbula 15 blue beans and 10 blue beans. Casino. Chocochino. I think that's what it would be called. 15 blue beans and chuckle beans. That's crazy. Cappuccinos were a thing. Well, I guess they were a thing back in 03. I wouldn't be too surprised. Tee Espresso is 15 blue beans and 10 he beans. The more my menu expands, the more customers will come here to pre-take in my wonderful bean juice. Can you join our Starbeam system? Sure. Radio, then show me the beans you've collected. What's your? To the Woohoo Blend. Woohoo Blend, ready to go. You got a Woohoo Blend. Whoa, power outage? Oh man, I've got a bad feeling about this. Yo, what the Looks like the aroma of your good drink has drawn out all the ghosts in this place. I don't know why I gave that guy that voice. He does not sound like that. Let me try again. Oh, it's actually too late now. Whatever. Oh, I was wondering who it could be. This is the beloved owner of the Power Cafe, Professor Gat. Welcome to my Starbeam Cafe. Seeing you two here, this is a most unexpected chance meeting. Hey, you guys know this owner? Money Machine is our owner's latest invention. Have you tried the new drinks made by latest inventions, the Wondrous Baby Machine? Sticky flavor will put a spicy tingling in your cheeks. Yes, quite a tingling, indeed. Rich and fragrance of that drink. That is a drink that even I haven't partaken of. May I have a drink? Go for it. A delicately bitter flavor, but one that makes me crave more. This gives me the energy to push my grocery
research into a new dimension. Thanks for that sample. It's a little something I invented in my spare time. Maybe it'll aid you.
You got the green wallet.
Oh, I hope you will continue to find your way. Always happy to have friends partake of the fine flavors produced by Bing Bing Machine. Want to continue with the Starbeast system?
Heck yeah. What's your order? So we're not gonna have enough for Fugu Blend, but we will have enough for Choco Blend. Let's do that. So yeah, these are originally. You got the Choco Blend. Originally, the cafe was going to have, well, yeah, you'll see.
Oh, mercy! Yet another fragrantly rich aroma. Oh, Professor E.
Professor Gad, we just now added this new drink to our menu. Great timing on your part.
It's not timing that brought me here, no sir. Simply that new drink drew me in. From over the hills and across the sea, I came walking.
Wow, that's some nose you got.
Might I have a quick sampling of this new drink?
Sure. How does it taste?
How does it taste? Delicious! This may be the next big drink. Brewed well. Thanks for that sampling. It's a little something I invented in my spare time. Maybe it'll aid you.
You got the bonus ring.
Oh, all of a sudden I have a bad tummy ache. Perhaps this drink I just drank is the cause of this ache. Further proof that every rose has its thorn.
Maybe you just drank too much.
Where's the restroom?
Boss, you never built any toilets in this place. Oh, that's... That's my Poltergust 3000, Luigi. You plan on being the janitor around here? It just sucks him up. What the... Let's continue with the Starbeast system. Sure. Artio, show me the beans you've collected. What's your order? Tea Blend. Tea. Tea. Tea you can get from mini games. There's gonna be more video games in the future that we're gonna be doing, so there's that. You got the Tea Blend.
Once again, I've come from afar because of the sense of a new kind of bean juice.
Hey boss, what's with that weird vacuum?
It's the highly improved bottle of the Poltergust 3000. It's the Super Poltergust 3001. If you just got to know the improvements I've made, it can be written like this. It's incredibly speedy. Like this, now I can go anywhere I want it with ease. Might I have a quick sampling of this new drink?
Sure.
Honey and soul are melting into the syrup sweetness. Try not to drink more or else I might soon become a ghost. That's it. Here's something I invented in my spare time. Maybe it'll aid you.
You got an Excite Spring.
What shall I invent next?
I don't know, you tell me, bro. Let's see if we can... Let's see if we can do... Chocochino? We have enough. We do have enough for that. We have enough for that. Perfect. That's actually good that we have enough. got Chuckachino. Oh, that noise. Ghost again. Nope.
Oh, this time I've chosen a slightly different way of making my entrance. What? Just showing up the same way over and over, it gets old after a while. Don't video conferences feel futuristic and cool?
Try our new drink this time, boss.
Don't worry, I've said the representative to taste it in my... Taste it instead. You should be arriving soon.
Don't worry, he's a harmless friend.
Don't worry, he's a harmless, friendly welcome. Please allow him to taste that new drink.
Luigi's just scared and frightened. What happened, Luigi? Why are you so scared of ghosts?
Oh, mercy. Seems to have been just heavenly. Thanks for that, Sam. Here's the coolest something I invented in my spare time. Wait, wait.
You got the great force. Next time, I'll come in person. No, you won't. Do you want to continue with the Starbeast system? Yeah, heck yeah. Alright, let's go to the next one. The espresso would be... Oh, we can't reach the espresso. We did three already. Why don't we do the rest another time and I'll explain what's going on. I'm so sad. Don't worry. Don't be sad. We'll be back. I'm gonna do a little quick intermission because if you saw in the remake, I was able to get. Well, I'll show you in a second actually.
Okie dokie.
guess, in a way. That all we did was cross a freaking ocean just to find out that we've been lied to. So I don't know. It's that whole thing. But next episode will be pretty long in a way. And you'll see why. But well, actually, it won't be that long. It'll probably be in a shorter way, but it'll probably be in the shorter side. But I'm not gonna speak too much on